niggas feel what jealousy. I'm doing good, that's what they envy me. This girl is in my memory. Oh, if I get your felony.
What is up, you guys? Sage here, and today we're going to be talking about the idea, the concept that broke is temporary, but poor is a state of mind. Now, who am I? Oamoy used to sell supplements in high school, went from selling supplements, discovered an interest in business, read the top 10 business books, then after took action, started my own personal training brand. Personal training was slow money, but it was for show money. I wanted a bit quicker money, so I went into the coaching business. And through that and recognizing the pattern from the one thing to the next in all of those fields, I realized that, wow, I actually just love business. Hence, decided to further my knowledge on the topic and, delve deeper on it. And here we are. Now, broke being temporary and poor being a state of mind. I wrote a little piece here and then where we're going to go off it, right? Which is, I may sometimes not achieve my goals in a timely fashion, but I will never quit. To lose is okay, but to quit is to lose forever. If you're going to go again, then you don't really lose. You just grow in between wins, and you're growing into the person who can achieve whatever you desire. Sidebar, success is not only about logic, right? Success is also about emotion, which is why, although in most of the videos that we've covered thus far, where we're covering very particular topics and we're trying to educate ourselves in this financial field, so that we know how to deal with, how to handle things, and how to move forward. However, something very, very important to note as well is that there was a study, and in the study they took all of the cream of the crop, the top athletes, and the second division, third division, to try and see what the differentiator is. What is that one thing? Are they really that much more talented? Are they really that much more, physically gifted? Sometimes was the case, but quite often not. The key indicator and the key differentiator between people who are highly successful and people who are just not, who are just under that, right? The difference between B and A is not skill. It's not talent. It's grit, right? Sheer grit and determination and desire. In the book, one of the books I read, Think and Grow Rich, right? They speak of burning desire. It's that hunger that keeps you up at night, that you're just starving and you're striving for something that is so far, and all you want to do is go there, and to realize that the path is not going to be easy, it's not going to be a smooth path, but that thing, you just want to do that thing, and on the way, on the path, it's not going to be smooth. You are going to take some losses, but so long as you do not give up on the dream, then you will learn from whatever L you may have taken, right? So I think that's a very important thing to just touch on, even if it's briefly, is yes, the game is very much about what you know. Very, very much. Because that's the one thing that people can't take away from you. One thing they can never take away from you. They can repossess your businesses, they can take your money, and I'm talking about, say you got in trouble with the government for some reason, or whatever the situation may be. Say you made a very bad decision. They can take your money, they can take your houses, cars, everything. They can take it all. They can even strip your accolades these days. But the one thing they cannot take is up here, is the knowledge that you gain from the game, right? And there's only one way that you're going to gain that knowledge, is by wins and losses, right? You notice what works, what doesn't work. It's, for example, if I started a business today and then for 5 years I don't lose, in those 5 years, in after the fifth year, I'm no smarter than I was 5 years ago, because I didn't learn anything, right? I've just grown 5 years. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So yeah, I think that's very important to keep in mind as well, is that regardless of how much we may focus and emphasize on the logic part, there needs to be an emotional part that is going to carry you through on those days when you don't feel like doing what you're supposed to do, right? If you're just in it for the numbers, then you might reach a number and then you stop. If you're just in it for the numbers, then you might get to a certain point where you're like, man, that's about 90%. That's good enough. But if you're doing it for a bigger purpose, if you're doing it because you want to be something bigger, because you want to make yourself proud, you want to make your people, whatever the emotion, it may be anger because you want to prove them wrong, because you want to, but there has to be a very heavy emotional driving force behind your logic, or else you're simply going to fall short. And I'm talking when it comes to competing with other people now at the end of the day, is it's not a game, business, sports, whatever the case. Life is not a game of best man wins. It's a game of last man standing. So then you remove the idea that it's a short game. There's an end to the game. It's a quick game. Boom, I lost, that's it. You remove that, and then now it's a long game. It's a longer game. It's, I lost now. Oh, I lost again. I lost again. I lost again. But look how much I'm improving in between these phases, which means next time when I clash with him again, the person who has never taken a loss, we don't know if that person has the ability to get up. We don't know what they look like when they've been hit in the mouth. We don't know what will happen. We don't know if they even know how to react to getting hit in the mouth, right? That's a shock for them. But if you were knocked down 5 times before you got to the 6th round, we know that if you got hit one more time, odds are you're going to get up. If you've gone through 5 rounds and not even a scratch on you, 6th round, boom, more than likely that this is it. That's it. So, yeah, it's not just a logical thing. It must be an emotional thing as well. And in your planning, in your business planning, in your whatever, next to it, also remind yourself why you're doing what you're doing. And that's going to allow you to have that edge, and that's going to allow you to get to where you want to go. Anyway, love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Sage, signing out.